What's cracking, everybody? Good morning. New video, and welcome back to the channel. Yesterday, I took a day off. If you guys didn't see it, go to Food and Fallons. Check out the video that we did together yesterday. It was Big Fig, Cowboy, and myself. We went to Phil's Barbecue in San Diego. I had a great time. I took care of a few things in San Diego, then came home. So I took the day off. Here I am today. I'm going to tell you a story today. It isn't my story. It is a story of somebody from my area that was in Wasco with me. And I'm going to tell the story because I feel like there's a few different messages in it, right? So here we go. This story, now, we were in Wasco reception together in 1994. I know I caught my case. I got arrested for my case in 1993. I don't know when this guy got arrested, but it obviously was 91, 92, 93, around that time, right? He's from Chiquez, was never a gang member. I'm going to do my best not to say his damn name. I'm going to call him the dope man, okay? I almost had this damn video already done, and I slipped and said his name, so I started over, right? So let me try this again. Now, anybody from the area, especially from Chiquez, should remember this story and probably the individual. He stood out. He was not only was he a dope dealer and balling out of control, but him and his crew had a limousine with Dayton's and hydraulics. So they'd hit State Street in Santa Barbara cruising. They'd hit Main Street in Ventura. They would hit Saviors in Chiquez. You know, they were in LA. They were everywhere. They had money for days. They had their little lowrider limo. They were trying to scoop up everybody's ladies. They had a little crew together, you know, and the dope man was balling. You know, he's a youngster balling like that, right? So one day he gets approached by somebody he knows, right? The guy happens to be a manager of a grocery store. And he says, hey, why don't you come and do a lick at my store, man? He goes, you could get out with minimum 40 to 45,000 bucks, minimum. And the dope man's like, why would I do that? Like, I'm balling. The fuck I need to go in there for that for? I make that anyways. And he's like, but I'm the manager. I could turn off all the cameras. It's less than 10 minutes. You're in, you're out, and we got all this money, and we'll split it down the middle. So the dope man's like, hold up. You could turn off all the cameras. And he goes, yeah. He goes, well, let's do that then. And he's like, but you got to make sure all the cameras are off. And I'm down. He said, every camera be off. Come in this way and leave out this way. He told him how to do this. All right, cool. So the dope man shows up when he was supposed to show up, does the robbery, walks out with a sack full of money. I think it was a little over 45,000, he told us. And takes off. They're going to get in touch when, this was back, when it was mainly pagers and landlines. You got to remember that, right? Later on, the dope man happens to be at his mom's pad to go do something, and boom. Guess whose face is on the evening news walking out with a bag of money? The dope man. His mom's like, what the hell? And he's like, man, I gotta go. So now he's already on the run. Boom. He's going into hiding now. When he gets the call from the manager's like, hey, Holmes, we'll meet over here, and that way I can get my half. And he's like, you ain't getting half of shit. So they get into an argument, and the dope man basically told him, like, look, our agreement was I wouldn't even do this unless all the cameras were off. There's a camera on. My face is out there now. Now I'm on the run. I need this money. Whatever their conversation was. But the manager said, yeah, but if I would have turned them all off, they would have known it was an inside job. I couldn't turn them all off. And the dope man said that wasn't the agreement. He said, you know what? I'm gonna give you like 5,000 bucks, and you're lucky you're getting that. So they're still heated. They're arguing. Phone call ends. The next day, the dope man gets a phone call, right? It's his lady. It's his wife. She's in a panic, talking about, They kidnapped me. It's me and your daughter. They have me and your daughter. They said they want their money, this and this and that. And so the dope man says, hey, put them on the phone. So the manager gets on the phone, right? Like, yeah, now you know what time it is, this and this and that. And he's like, look, Holmes, go ahead and kill him because I'm coming for you, and hangs up. So now the dope man is on a whole nother level. Okay. You fucked me over, leaving the cameras on. Then you have the audacity to go after my wife and my kid, my daughter. Okay. So the dope man's running around Chiquez. Hey, who would this dude be with? Where would he be at? Well, these people are turning around and calling the manager like, hey, man, you better be careful. Oh, boy, he's on you. He's looking for you. They panic. They let the wife go. They let the daughter go. They just tell him we just want our money, right? So the wife and the daughter show up. The dope man's like, where'd they have you? She's like, oh, it was over here. Whoa, right? So the dope man shows up, kicks the door in. The manager had a friend of his that was in on the thing, standing by the door. When the door opened, the dope man domed him, kills him on the spot. Boom. Then shoots the manager. Thought he had a job well done. Unfortunately, the manager survived and told like a motherfucker. I remember being in Wasco with them, and we were just like, damn, fool, but like, and this is the point that I'm getting to. The Vato was a young man, and he was making a lot of money. Dirty money. And, you know, like anybody should know, these shortcuts, these street shortcuts, they have a long tail, man. Yeah, you can make a quick buck, and it can carry 15, 20 years, even a life sentence with it. Is that worth it? So he's out there doing his thing. He's pushing stuff. He's balling. He's boning chicks everywhere. Has all the finest brides. Eating at the finest places. But even with all that money, all that success, so-called success in the dope game, for $45,000, he fell for an okie doke. He wasn't a banger, but he was a dope man. He should have known better. He was probably making more than that a week. Back then, that's when money was still money. Now the money is shit. $20 back then was still, it could get you a lot of food. You know, if you wanted to go eat, $20-$40, you were straight. You ain't shit. So making that type of money, having access to dope, and for $40,000 to $45,000. Oh, you can turn the cameras off? Yeah, I want that. I don't want to wait a week to make that or 4 days to make that. I want to make it in 10 minutes. That 10 minutes gave him a life sentence. He was a very funny individual. Funny, like joking funny, you know. He used to have us laughing all the time. But see, like I said, he wasn't a gang member. He was a dope man. He didn't go through the youth system like a lot of us there did. So I would see things in him where I was like, damn, I don't think he gets it yet. Like I knew what was in store for me. But I was like, I don't think he gets it yet. We're going to die in this bitch. I remember he used to say he had action because the jury used a dictionary during deliberations. And it's true. The jury is not supposed to use a dictionary. But the question that the judges would have to ask themselves is, would the use of a dictionary have changed the outcome of the trial? No. I remember him saying, I'm going to beat my case, homie, and I'm going to be back on top. He said, I buried, like, I don't know. He said he buried like 3 or 4 keys, a gun, and a bunch of cash, right? I said, fool, you live in Oxnard. They're going to build over all that shit. And I heard he was like, damn me. And I don't have no way to tell nobody to dig it up. So there's even more money lost. So that's my story for today, man. That's my video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Again, there ain't no such thing as a shortcut in the streets. Believe me. There's cameras everywhere. Everybody's got a damn computer in their hand with these phones. People are recording all kinds of shit. You want to get money? Do it the right way. Everybody, please be safe, be smart, and tell the ones you love that you love them. I'm out.